All right, Jesse on fire. Let's go. Just watched the press conference for UFC 302. Trump is guilty on all charges. Jeez, who could have predicted that? Almost like I predicted that on my other channel and was very specific about how that was going to happen. I don't know. I have a pretty good nose for sniffing things like that out, But somebody gave me this shirt when I was in Las Vegas, and I was like, gosh, if there's ever going to be a better time to wear this shirt, I don't know when it is. You got Strickland fighting this weekend, and we got the big guy apparently getting railroaded. But I will tell you this, I am very much looking forward to seeing that guy walk into the stadium in New Jersey on Saturday night, and you'll see how people really feel. You know what I mean? See how the people really feel. So that I'm very much looking forward to. What's up, guys? Yeah, I mean, I actually am a little bit I'm a little bit under the weather, which is the only reason that I feel comfortable talking about this particular topic, because I don't feel good. So I know I don't generally like I get worked up and then say dumb stuff, but I really don't feel good. So I'm like, oh, all right, I guess I could talk about this and not have to worry about it. What's up, guys? Yeah, Slowy's brand new, dude. Brand new. Broke Deegan, that's very that's a good deal, dude, for Jersey. But the tickets are expensive there. I'm not from Jersey, man. So yeah, I mean, I will tell you exactly how that trial I'll tell you how it went. I called this I don't know. We could go back on me and Gabrielle's channel, but I called literally exactly how they were going to do it, They know it's going to get overturned. Like, they know it's not going to hold up. But it doesn't matter. You know what I mean? All they care about is the election. Yeah. Really? Guilty of what, though? Bad. This is a UFC community, dude. I know people are used to now listen, we could talk about things like normal people here, though. Whether you like Trump, hate Trump, whatever, like, nothing gets done if people just start calling each other names. So I'm glad that you brought that up. So specifically, what is he guilty of? Itemize. You have the floor, dude. This is a very rare moment for someone. You have the floor. What exactly is he guilty of? Yeah, and like I said, I mean, we'll see. I'm not even going to pretend to know anything about how the court system works in terms of appeals or whatever. All I'm going to tell you is I know exactly how to rig a trial, because it's easy. It's the easiest thing in the entire world. Here's how you rig a trial. Okay. So if you are doing it in a state, all you have to do is go to voter records. Like, all you have to do is know the process by which, thank you very much, Brian Yoshi. I appreciate you, dude. Thank you. All you have to do is know that, like, the process by which juries are selected, so on and so forth. Because ultimately, every single trial is going to come down to a group of people who are going to make a decision. Okay. Is it fair to say that we live in a polarized country where, you don't even really need to have a trial? If you go to like the hard 30% over here, the hard 30% over here, like, it doesn't matter what's going to be shown in the trial. You already know what their verdict's going to be. When I talked about this with Gabrielle on our other channel, I was like, dude, I mean, think about it. There is literally nothing that they could show where I would be like, you know what? You guys convinced me. Guilty. You know, like literally like nothing. Like nothing. And I would have enjoyed the part where they tried to talk me into why it was important that we found him guilty. I'd be like, yeah, no, I don't know. You guys just didn't do it for me. Not guilty. And so the identical opposite situation is true as well. You know, it's exactly the opposite, right? We're like, if you know that it's just going to come down to jurors and they're going to get something, in the mail that says, hey, show up for jury duty. Manlin, thank you very much. I saw Trump jaywalking the other day. I should be worth another 120. Yeah, exactly. That seems reasonable. Jaywalking. But like, all you have to do is you just need to know who these people are before you send out the jury duty things. You know what I mean? It's like, so when they were doing the jury selection, the judge forbid them from asking who the jurors voted for or any of this kind of stuff that was going to dictate, you know, that like they'd be able to sniff out what side of the political fence they were on. They like weren't allowed to bring that into who they kept and who they dismissed. And that's when I figured it out. I was like, oh, it's because all of them are hardcore on the side that's going to convince Trump and they are convict Trump. And they know that. That's how they selected these guys. They like, you really believe that like this was a randomly selected jury? They're all right. Whose turn is it? Random. There you go. Just send them out like any other trial. Or you think maybe more likely is they went through voter records of people who voted on this other side. And then they went to their social media and they were like, let's see what these guys have tweeted. And they're like, Trump is the fucking worst. He's the worst. Trump is the devil. He's going, you want that guy with the nuclear football? Are you fucking crazy? Are you fucking crazy? And they're like, that guy. Definitely get that guy. That's a great juror right there, right? All you have to do is do that, 30 times? You think that's going to be hard? That's going to be hard to get like 36 jurors in fucking New York that sound like that are like, Kyle Rittenhouse is a white supremacist who killed 100 black people. You're like, no, he's not. Yes, he is. Kyle Rittenhouse is a white supremacist. He's 36 years old. He killed 100 black people, and he has 150 assault rifles in his house with names of black people scratched into him that he wants to kill. What? Kyle Rittenhouse is 17 years old. He's a fucking lifeguard who got attacked and attacked by a white pedophile who ran from them doing anything he could to avoid conflict. And he ended up having to shoot the guy as the guy tried to take his gun from him. And then these guys hit him in the head with a fucking skateboard. And the other guy aimed a gun at his head. And by the way, they were all white. They're all, no. Rittenhouse is a white supremacist. So you get all those loony bins that don't know anything. And you already know, like, it doesn't matter what you show at the trial, dude. They're going to convict him no matter what. Let me do a couple of these. Jesse, off topic. When are we going to see Shavkat get a title fight or way? Hasn't he got one? He may not have the McGregor. He still needs another win, dude. He still needs another win. He's not there yet. I mean, one or two more wins. He's also not super marketable. He's just going to have to be one of those guys that's so dangerous that they put him up, dude. I'll put money on Trump gaining crazy numbers in the polls after this. I don't agree, and I'll tell you why. Okay, that's not true. I don't agree that this is going to be a net positive, and I'll tell you exactly why. It's going to be a net negative, but not because anyone is going to either, like, no one's going to switch side to Biden because Trump. By the way, this is a Trump Strickland shirt, just so we're clear. Like, it's not a political shirt. It's a fucking joke. It's a Trump Strickland shirt. But, I mean, obviously, would one of those lunatics ever put Trump on their chest? You know what I mean? Anyway, but I loved how they came up with 136 years that he could. No, he's facing a maximum of 4. Thank you for the super chat, good sir. Thank you for the super chat, Brandon. And yeah, dude, Rittenhouse, man, thank you very much. Rittenhouse, that was a topic where I really do genuinely try not to get too worked up over this stuff because I realize like it's just a bunch of people who are reading the wrong shit, not doing the research, and they like it's like, okay. If I believed that this guy was a white supremacist who murdered black people, like, how mad would I be? I'd probably be pretty fucking mad. Like, if any real white supremacist go kill a bunch of black people, I'll be really mad. So, like, am I mad at them because they're attacking a 17-year-old, or am I mad at them because they are uninformed and dumb? It's like, okay, they're uninformed and dumb, so I don't need to get, like, that worked up. But the Kyle Rittenhouse thing, where they were, like, rooting to throw this fucking poor kid into prison forever. That was a line that I was like, if you can't educate yourself at least on the real situation with Kyle Rittenhouse, then I'm going to lose my shit on you, which I did. But anyway, so on the truck. Wait, hang on. This is my favorite thing that people say. They're all, oh my God, so much Fox News. Dude, I don't watch Fox News. Fox News is CNN in reverse, or MSNBC in reverse. It's ridiculous, dude. Okay. Like, this is what I'm saying. I'm like, hey, guy, what exactly did Trump do? Like, everybody was like, yeah, he's guilty. Okay, I'm like, what did he do? Like, what exactly did he do? None of them will answer it. Like, none of them can answer that. Because it's like, you want to know what he did? Is his crook attorney came to him and was like, hey, so you know that chick you had an affair with? She might be selling the story. I'll tell you what I'm going to do. This is all on tape. Like, this is not, there's no arguing this. It's a recorded conversation. He's all, I'll tell you what I'm going to do, Mr. Trump. I'm going to take care of it for you. I think that we can do it for about 120, 130,000. I'll take care of it. And then I'll just, and then, you know, we'll take care of it. Trump literally says, like, on the tape, I'll make sure it's all legal. So all that happened was a chick who may or may not have had a negative story while he's in the middle of a campaign, got paid some money to not go to the press with a story about Trump that's not a crime in any capacity whatsoever. He had sex with a chick that's not his wife. Who cares? So does every single other politician on earth. And then the lawyer paid her, and then he billed Trump and called it legal fees because he's a lawyer. And he's like, all right, I took care of this. Here's your invoice for the $120K. And he called it legal fees on an invoice. That is the crime. That is all that happened. Like, everybody's all, yeah, Trump, guilty. Send him to the slammer. 34 fucking counts. You're like, all right, like, I get it that you hate Trump, but have you actually, like, looked into this case? Because all that happened was a chick had a story, and they negotiated to pay her to not go to the Inquirer with it. That's it. Everybody has known that for what, fucking 8 years? Like, this is not a new story. Yeah, but it was fraudulent how he did it. Okay, well, walk me through the specifics of exactly what he did. They're all, I don't need to. The prosecution did. I'm like, I know, but I could do it. I could do it for you. His lawyer, who literally put the entire thing together, he did it, and then he just invoiced Trump for legal fees for the exact amount that he had paid her, which was different from normal because he admitted on the stand that in previous times he had told Trump that he paid them 60 grand when he actually paid them 20, and then he billed him for 60 grand in legal fees. And they're all, so you were essentially stealing from your boss. He's all, yep, I was. They're all, this guy seems like a bulletproof, credible witness. It's fucking ridiculous, dude. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. No. I don't know what the, if you go through, like, anytime that they do any of these criminal fucking cases, they're all, he's charged with one count of blah, 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 one count of blah. You're all, but what happened? They're like, he walked into a liquor store and he put a gun in the guy's face and said, give me all your money. And the guy gave him the money and then he ran out to the car. You're like, okay. And they're all, but he's got 12 counts of this, and this. I'm like, but what did he do? Gun, took the money, cool. I'm like, all right, so he robbed a liquor store. Okay. What did Trump do? He agreed with his attorney who brought this to him and said, hey, we should just pay her off so that she doesn't go public with this story, you know, whatever. And Trump's like, okay. And then he paid his fucking legal bill. That's what happened. It's so ridiculous, dude. People are like, yes, guilty as fuck. Okay, Jeebus H. Christ, $10. Libs don't pay attention to how they're always faking attacks against them while committing actual attacks on conservatives. I'm moderate, libertarian, deep state is true enemy. Listen, this is exactly what I was just saying to my mom. I'm like, because my mom, like, just, like, totally, she just intentionally doesn't pay attention to any of this shit. Like, literally any of it. She never knows anything. On purpose, though. Like, not because she's dumb. She just doesn't want to know. She's like, I just don't like any of it. And I'm like, okay, well, the reason that people, like, in 2016 can be like, gosh, we can't have this game show host be the president. And then you fast forward to now and they're like the most fervent Trump supporters in the world is because they do pay attention. And they eventually pick up on the fact that, like, wait a minute. So they said that he did that. And then eventually they figure out what actually happened because of video and stuff like that that's indisputable. They're all, but they said he did that. And you're all, I know, they lied. He's like, they're like, wait, so all these motherfuckers lied? They all lied? It's like, yeah, they all lied, dude. All of them collectively lied. It's obviously a plan. They all collectively lied. And so they're like, well, Jesus, I mean, I wasn't super keen on a game, on a former reality star being the president, but Jesus, that's 100 times scarier than that. Intelligence agency, media, the government, and the corporate, they all collaborated to make up this fucking ridiculous lie about the president, and then they all perpetuated it. That's 10 times worse than this guy. And then you see it happen over and over and over and over and over and over and over. And every single time it's like they just become a more strong supporter of him. Now, I want to go back to what Choke Dealer said about Rick. Exactly. I mean, not unbelievable, though. Very predictable. When I saw it, I didn't even get mad. I was like, I got mad, but like, I don't know. It was like, of course. Brandon, I am glad you asked that. So this is the reason why I'm doing this stream, because yes, he's going to be there, dude. Bet your goddamn life he'll be there. He hasn't been able to do anything because of the trial. Trial's over now. So yeah, he's going to be there. And that's my point. He's going to walk into that stadium. And if you've never, I cannot stress this enough. And I'm not trying to like big league anybody who hasn't been to an event where Trump was there, but I have. The energy in that room tomorrow, Saturday, when Trump walks in there, is going to be, you can't even prepare yourself for it. And anybody who is like a person who thinks they hate Trump, like really believes it in there, they're like really like a fuck Trump guy, but they love the UFC. Like they just love the UFC, but they hate Trump. If they are in that building, I absolutely guarantee you they will walk out of the building questioning their feelings on him, because it's impossible not to, unless you're like a psycho, because when that many people feel how strongly they do and they're all in the same direction, it is so hard to hold on to a contrary view. You're like, Jesus, it seems pretty fun to be on their team. Like you got like 17,000 people there, and like 16,750 are like, USA, USA. And you're like, screw him. Screw Trump. Nah. Because eventually they'll start questioning themselves, and then they'll start reading things. And then eventually they'll get there, because even if you think Trump's guilty, this is insane, dude. Like there's never been a president who has ever been prosecuted for any crime ever. Never. It's never happened before. Never. No former president has ever been prosecuted for anything ever. And they prosecuted Trump. Okay. And they now found him guilty on all counts with a clearly rigged jury, because his lawyer paid a chick who he banged years and years ago to not sell that story to the press. And then Trump paid the lawyer when the lawyer billed him for legal fees. And they're like, this seems like this is it. We got to draw the line there, dude. I don't even need to go through the list of fucking crimes committed by former presidents that were ignored, but this is the one, dude. We got to get him in the slammer. This is definitely not us trying to rig the election and make sure that he doesn't win, because all of the power, it's fucking ridiculous, man. What were words between Dustin and Islam after they had the face-off heated? I don't know. Like something about I'll slap you. I don't know. Rigged judge, especially, dude. That's why he's going to sentence him to prison. He's going to. Look at, dude. Theodore, this is the most important you'll ever be, dude. You will never have 670 people actually listening to you ever again. So I'm going to empower you right now. Ready? Tell us what Trump did. Dispute something that I said. Like, what did Trump do that was in addition to what I said, which was his attorney paid someone to not release a story that was not a crime, and then Trump paid him back in the form of legal fees. Go. Come up with something else that he did. No. We're not talking about this. We're not asking questions. We asked you a question. Go. Someone's all fact check. You voted for the other party before 2020. Yeah, that's true. Well, I didn't vote for Hillary Clinton, but yeah, I voted for Obama. You think that's an own? That's literally, I just spent 10 minutes explaining exactly that, where it's like, I'm just blindly doing whatever. And then I watch this, and this, and I actually pay attention. So it was like, they came out of the hole and exposed themselves. Wait, where did Theodore go? Okay, so you don't get to ask any questions. You only get to answer questions. Okay, go. answer, what did I miss about what Trump did? Like, what additional did he do? Cohen pays Stormy Daniels a deal that he brought to Trump, which is recorded in audio, and then Trump paid him back when he billed him for it. Go! Something tells me we've seen the last of that guy. You know what I mean? This is what I'm talking about. Guys will come in here like, fuck, Jesus. You're just there spewing misinformation. He was super guilty. You're like, okay, well, I just explained to you exactly what he did. Go ahead. What else did he do? And they're all, okay, here we go. Donald Trump worked with Cohen to buy the story of the porn star. Correct. Totally legal. Then sold it to New York Post, so the story was never released to the public. That's campaign finance violation. Wrong, guy. Not correct. Not a campaign finance violation. Incorrect. Every single campaign person does that always. And by the way, if it was a campaign finance violation, the statute of limitations on that's already over. So fail. Incorrect. But what I said, you're not disputing anything that I said. You have not added anything. Try again. Go, Theodore. Try again. This is your moment, dude. This is your moment. Trump's trying to start it with the I'll throw everyone in jail claims, but it might be necessary to kill the last guy to try to listen, dude. You must watch me and Gabrielle's channel. You must watch me and Gabrielle's channel. And I will show you guys why you should also, because I covered this with Gabrielle. Hold on. I'll show you the exact video that it was in, because that you are right. Hold on. Okay, so this is our other channel, and I covered this story in this one, Hillary's Revenge, right there. Hillary's Revenge, that's the one. And I will tell you right now that I'll just repeat my basic gist from that video after I do this one. Rick and something, just like Vivek said, think about the charges the opposite way. And if that makes any damn sense at all, I don't really understand what it means either, but like, I mean, it's obvious. So in that video, what I said was Hillary Clinton is the most powerful, vindictive, gangster ass bitch to ever walk the face of the earth. Like, I cannot stress to you how powerful that woman is. And the only reason why I talk about it as if I know anything that anyone else would not know is because in the middle of a really heavy psychedelic experience I had, about 2 hours of it somehow ended up focused on her and how the entire system works. And it was like shown and explained to me through her. There's no way to exaggerate how powerful she is. And then when I got back, I started doing all this research about her. Dude, I say this with all seriousness. I think Hillary Clinton might be the last enemy on the face of the earth that anyone would ever want. She will never forget. She has the power to put anybody away. And Trump did lock her up. This is happening in New York. Where was she a senator? In New York. You think she doesn't have strings she can pull there? And I'm saying, like, dude, there is a super high probability that she's behind this. And she's like, hey, remember, lock her up, motherfucker. How you like them apples? Which, even though I fucking can't stand her and I love, we all know where I sit on this. That's pretty gangster, dude. You have to at least admit that part is gangster. But wait, hold on. Cohen took a loan against his house to pay and told no one. Exactly. And then Trump paid him when he billed him for it. Jesse, you will lie to cope. Okay, so that's a failure. You've added nothing. Hold on. Let's just make sure I didn't miss anything. Jesse is a coke. We've lost. So we lost. Look at you guys. This is what losing looks like, right? This is what losing looks like. When you can't win, you resort to name calling. You lost. Now you're name calling. You're a coke. You're coke. Jesus. You're coke. Coke lawyer. What are you talking about? Oh, look at, hey guys, Mr. Softy. Listen, dude, you fucked up now. See, I didn't realize it's rare when I know exactly whose like burners are whose, but now I do, dude. You fucked up, you little fat little UK weasel. I know exactly who you are now. And bye-bye. That one's on timeout too. I put his first one on timeout, and then he came in with that one. That dude right there has a very small, ineffectual YouTube channel that sucks donkey balls. It is never going to succeed ever, and it's embarrassing. But he somehow always ends up on my live streams. I'm embarrassing myself. Okay. So yeah, dude. Theo, you just got your shit pushed in front of the entire room, guy. Jesse on Politics. Dude, if you want Jesse on Politics, you just go to this channel. Me and Gabrielle launched this like 2 months ago. And it's the shit. It's the shit. Thank you for the super chat, good sir. Listen, I got to be totally honest with you guys. I am shocked. I know, it's amazing. It is amazing that they just come in and talk shit. They but in all seriousness, knowing the level of energy that they were throwing into trying to, like, you know, snag Trump on a crime. Listen, I'm just gonna be honest. Like, wouldn't you guys have thought that they would have found something like pretty substantial on this guy? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, before all of this, if someone was like, hey, if they really stuck a microscope up Trump's ass, what do you think the likelihood is that they'll find like some serious like criminal shit? Like, I would have been like pretty fucking high. I assume that about every billionaire. This is the best they got. Oh, he's a lifelong criminal, and this is the best they had. Hey, this is the best they had. Some crackhead certified crazy chick. She's like, he took it from me 30 years ago in a place, what's it called? In a department store. They're all, you have any witnesses? She's like, no. Like, do you have anyone that you told about it? Yeah, I do. This may or something maybe. They're like, oh, any other details? So I did write a book, and I put it in the book. So Trump's like, I literally do not know this woman. They're like, she's like, look, I have a picture with him. It's like one picture of her and her husband with Trump and his wife. It's like, okay, so what evidence do you have that you're telling the truth? She's like, well, I'll go on CNN and I'll tell Anderson Cooper my story. And Anderson Cooper literally was like, can we cut to commercial? This bitch is obviously lying. Everyone can tell she's lying. This is ludicrous. She's obviously lying. Are we really going to keep doing this? And then it's like in New York's all, you know what? I know she's only suing for 8 million. Give her 80 million. This is all totally above board. 80 million. And then the next one, they're all, he inflated his assets when he took out a loan from the bank. Every single investor in the world was all, that's not a crime. What you just charged him with, if you're saying that's a crime in New York, no one will ever do anything in New York ever again. Every single real estate investor in history has done what you're saying. And he paid the loan back. You're saying that he fraudulently got the loan, but he paid it back in full. There's no victim. Everybody's happy. What are you talking about? They're all, well, you know, none of that matters. We're actually going to crack him for $500 million. And he's going to have to pay $300 million or else we're going to start seizing his stuff. And Trump's like, okay, cool. Truth Social, just go ahead and go public. There, I just got 3 billion liquid. Here's your 300 million. What's up now? They're all, fuck. We really thought we were going to start taking his shit. We thought we had him this time. We were going to start taking his stuff. But this time we've got him because he had sex with a porn star. Every single person knows about it. But when he paid Michael Cohen back for the hush money payment, Michael Cohen billed him incorrectly. So we're going to say that it is a campaign finance violation and that he did it to rig the election. You're like, rig the election? He paid someone with a negative story to not put it out to the public like every other candidate has done in every single race in the history of America. Oh, really? Every single one? Yeah, pretty much every single one. Yeah, pretty much. Can you give an example? How about John Edwards? Remember that guy? Go look into that story. See if that's a little bit more or less scandalous than Trump. Wasn't he paying campaign money to some girl that he got pregnant on the side that he knocked up while his wife had cancer? They're like, yeah. Like, so he's paying her money out of his campaign funds. Yeah. To keep her quiet so they could raise his illegitimate baby of which was created while his wife was cancer stricken. They're all, should we charge him with a crime? They're like, no. Come on, he's a Democrat. Of course not. It's so fucking ridiculous, dude. See, oh, that reminds me. Choke dealer. I have to come back to what you said. Okay, so about this being like going to be good for him, I don't agree, and I'll tell you why. So I don't think that this is going to, like, no one's going to not vote for Trump that was going to vote for Trump now, right? And maybe there might be a couple of people who are on the fence who are now like, wow, this is fucked. I'm going to vote for Trump. Maybe. But I think what's actually going to happen is, because a thing like getting charged, convicted, and, you know, potentially even jailed with a crime is such an official government action that it could potentially demoralize people to where they won't vote. I mean, a lot of people. You know what I mean? Like, because for it to help him, that means you have to have a lot of people who are energized and they're all, we got to get these guys out, man. We got to go vote for Trump. We're taking back over. But in my opinion, I think the actual action is you're going to have a lot of people super mad, but they're going to have that feeling of helplessness. It makes you feel helpless that you could see this completely unjust bullshit right in front of your fucking eyes, and they're doing it anyway. And so people are like, fuck, they're just like, fuck it. They just get blackpilled and they won't, you know, and then they won't vote. You know what I mean? Like that's what I think is going to happen, is a lot of people just won't vote. Because, like, as an example, it's impossible for me to even hypothesize what I would do in this situation, that situation, but I love RFK. But people are not going to vote for RFK because they think he can't win, right? I mean, I'm 1,000 times more likely to vote for RFK than I am fucking Biden. That would never happen. You know what I mean? But I saw Trump pour the milk into his bowl and then added cereal. Convict. Yeah, but in all seriousness, if you do put the milk in first, that is pretty crazy. We should probably at least give someone like a 48-hour observation to make sure they're not completely batshit if they did that, you know. Oh, dude, you're still here? He's still here, you guys. He's still here. Hey, dude, I have an idea. Theodore, why don't you telegraph exactly what outlets that you read without even meaning to? It's hilarious. Like, this dude is like, people self-own so hard, dude. Oh, geez, didn't you see RFK said that a worm ate part of his brain? The guy's a joke. And you're like, and you're repeating the stuff about the Trump stuff. Yeah. MSNBC, is that your main source of information? No. Yes, it is. Yes, it is, dude. All right. Well, I like your thoughts here, Chad. Could you be more specific, Bobby Jones? I think you need to be more specific than that, dude. High IQ move, let him win. He gets his 2, then he's gone. This just gave him the final nail to win, or they're going to flip the table. Here's the thing. It spooks. If he did win, that spooks me more than any other thing, because I think if he did win, you got 2 options. Either they're going to knock him off, or 2, that's going to be, they're going to intentionally collapse the economy so that they could blame it on him. Like they've played their hand in a way where, like, they've gone all in, dude. Look at what they did in 2020. You know what I mean? Like, look at 2020. Like seriously think about what they did in 2020. This is what I was saying in 2020. I'm like, this is their full court press. This is everything they've got. They have literally taken every single resource, every game that they play, and they're doing it all at once, you know? And now I was wondering why it was so fucking quiet in 2024. I'm like, why are we not having riots in the streets? We know Soros does that. That's what Soros specifically did. That was how he came up. Soros was in charge of all these student groups in like Hungary and these former Soviet countries. He worked with the CIA and he would topple the governments by working with these students groups that would go and riot in the streets. Like that is his fucking bread and butter playbook. And then he traded on the currency. That's how he made all the money. It's because if you knew for sure that a currency was going to fail, guess how much money you can make? And he was the one working with the government to like make those things happen. And then so 2020, you're like, oh my God, people are rioting in the streets. Jeez. And you're all, what does George Soros have to say about Trump? They're like, hates him. Fucking hates him. You're like, I wonder if he's behind this. Weird. And then all the Israel-Palestine stuff. And you're like, oh, so who's funding this particular this protest right here? Who's behind it? They're all, well, this foundation. You're all, who funds that? They're all the Soros Foundation. You're all, oh, weird. It's probably all a coincidence. I'm sure it's probably a coincidence, But so my point is like, there is no scenario where Trump wins and they just go, well, fuck it, man. We gave it a good shot. We really tried for the last, 8 years to derail him and it didn't work. So I guess we should probably just find a way to work with him. Yeah, fucking right. They're not going to give up. They're not going to give up, dude. See, guys, again, this is what a low IQ lose looks like. I literally just was like, hey man, this is what you do when you lose. He's all, I'm just going to keep on doing it though. I'm just going to keep on doing it. I'm like losing publicly and embarrassing myself. I don't have anything better because you already challenged me to back my statement up with evidence. I couldn't do it. So I just am going to just talk shit. Pussy. By the way, I know who you really are. You fucking weasel. I blocked you 100 years ago and you still show up doing this shit. It's fucking weird, man. How many burners do you come on my streams with? Guy, I know your real name, or well, at least the first name that you used to do this with, Trayvon. Fucking weirdo. You think you're undercover, Trayvon? You're not. Anyway, so that's funny. Brainwash my social media. Hey, do you follow my social media? Do I strike you as someone who's on social media a lot? Like, I have 176,000 subscribers on YouTube. Obviously, building audiences is something I'm pretty good at if I'm focused there. To go look at my Twitter and my fucking Instagram. Not so much. Probably because I'm not on social media very often. Nerd. What's up, James Morris? I'm not Trump coping, dude. We're literally like, we're having like a regular conversation. Who gives it? Like, I honestly don't, if you don't like Trump, I don't care. Like, I'm only breaking these fucking guys' balls that are, oh my goodness gracious. My mom hates Trump. My dad hates Trump. My brother hates Trump. I would kill everybody on earth for them. There's no like, how you feel about a dude I don't know, even if it's the president of the United States, is not going to affect my opinion of you unless you are so passionately uninformed that I gotta just blow you up like fucking Theodore. See, like this idiot, Trayvon. I do have Libby siblings. I do. They're all in California. That's why I live in Texas now. But yeah, I know. It's like, it's so funny, dude. Like, oh God, Bobby Jones. I don't think you realize like how stupid a comment this is, man. This is embarrassing. This is embarrassingly uninformed, man. You were on our side in the past, Dems. Now you're against us. You're so wishy-washy. How can we trust anything you say if you flip-flop so fast? Guy, you are not on their team. I am not on either team. Okay? The trick that they pull on you is to make you feel like you're on their team. You really think that these are like teams that before are the same now? The Koch brothers, who used to be the enemy of the world, remember back then? Okay, they were like the, oh my God, the fucking Koch brothers. They're like the number one contributors to all the things that you are yelling about on the internet now. Okay, so like back when I was over there, everybody's like, the fucking Koch brothers are the scum of the earth, fucking scum. They literally donate to all of your favorite organizations now, and you're still on the same side. Okay. The Dem and Republican thing is just not a thing. You should really start paying closer attention. It's embarrassing. Really. I'm trying to help you, dude. Team Floppy Ears. That's my friend Chad, you guys, my actual friend. These burner account boys will never know what it feels like to get paid $10. Just yeah, no, I don't think they will. They would be, they do know what it feels like to get paid $10 for an hour's work, though, which is why they're such passionate liberals. I want minimum wage to be $20. I'm just kidding, you guys. That was too political. It's a joke. Frank, thank you for the super chat. I don't know nothing about any of that stuff. Has been following like you. You're not as cute as Nina. Hey, I'm pretty fucking cute, dude. Verdict today was last grasp of a failing regime. Much thanks for voicing your point of view. Like this. Okay, so here are my thoughts on that, right? The way that they used to wield their power was through means where we could not see them, right? So the way you stay powerful is if people don't realize that you're doing it. You know what I mean? Like you do it behind the scenes. You do it over here. You do it over here. People go, rah, 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 and you're like these like masters of the universe that are pulling strings and no one knows you're there. They have lost control. That is why they're having to do it so out in the open now. You know what I mean? Like this is the reason why they've never prosecuted. He's leading in the polls to win the presidency, and they're all, let's prosecute him for paying his attorney legal fees that his attorney told. Like, this is the other part, dude. Michael Cohen is his fucking lawyer. Okay. Michael Cohen is his lawyer. So again, I always challenge people who hate Trump. I'm like, just try to just do something smart or like do something that's hard and just forget we're talking about Trump for a second. Okay. Like just forget we're talking about Trump. Pretend we're talking about your cousin. Okay. Your cousin is over here, or your uncle, depending on how old you are. Where do you go to find out if what you're doing is allowed? Okay. It's a serious question. Where do you go to find out in business or in life if something is allowed? Okay. In business, you go to your accountant and your attorney, and you're like, okay, so can we write this off under this? And the accountant will be like, well, yeah, it's their job to be experts in that. If you, anything criminal, you go to your attorney and you're like, so wait, so like, what are you allowed to do? What aren't you allowed to do? We're not supposed to be experts in this stuff. That's why you hire attorneys. So the fact that this whole thing went through his attorney should exonerate him out of the gate. Like, it's his attorney. Like, Cohen is supposed to be the one who tells him whether it's legal or not. So if Cohen's like, yeah, so I'm going to do it like this, and then I'll bill you through legal fees, his fucking attorney told him that. So what, like, and we're talking about $130,000. You understand how minuscule an amount of money that is for Donald Trump? It's nothing. It's not big money. He's like, all right, cool. And especially when you're dealing with like New York attorneys, like $130,000 bill sounds like a lot of money. Like, dude, these fucking lawyer bills rack up, dude. If you're in business, they probably, I don't know what they charge now, but like, even when I was running my company in 2014, I had Perkins Coie, coincidentally, the same law firm that ran the Russiagate thing for Hillary Clinton. But, dude, I think we're paying like, I don't know, $900 an hour or something like that. Some outlandish number, dude. And you talk to them all the time because you have to ask them, if you could, can we do this? Can we do that? It's just like, it's so hard for people to just set down the like, I hate Trump or I love Trump. It's like, just look at this objectively. His attorney told him it was all right. End of story. Okay. There's no reason why Trump should know that paying a legal bill that he fronted the money on this thing. Why would he think that that's illegal? Not to mention statute of limitations. This whole thing's a fucking joke. We need to stop fighting each other over Trump and get back to what really matters and bring us all together. Hating Dylan Dennis. That's true. Or you know, or wait, no, I don't hate Dylan Dennis, but that is a funny joke. By the way, Mix Molly Wappery dropped a video today about Dylan Dennis and Logan Paul's fight and Nina Agdal and all that. It was fucking brilliant, dude. It was hilarious. It was like really funny, dude. Zach E, thank you very much. I can't bring myself to believe people are so dumb. They look at the mainstream media and take it as fact. It's like reading the cover of a book and saying you read the book and know the entire story. So here's my take on that, though. They don't know that, though. That's why I genuinely really do now try to give people, like, I try not to really break people's balls. The only reason I fuck with these guys is because they're combative little fucks. You know what I mean? Just, you don't know shit. It's like, no, you don't know shit. Fuck you. It's like if the regular person is just having a conversation. It's like, okay, I get it, dude. But like, listen to what I'm telling you. If there is a world, like there's a very recent world where like those were the most credible voices in the room. It was not that long ago that if you wanted to know if something was true, you went to like CNN, you went to like New York Times, you went to like these news outlets where you're like, is that really true? And then if they reported on it, you're all, okay, fuck, it is real. And it wasn't really until the virus where they tipped their hand where you're like, oh, you can't trust shit from them. You know, like you can't trust anything out of these motherfuckers. And if people still have not figured that, that's one thing I will say. If they still to this day have not figured out that you can't trust them now after everything that's come out about all of the different things we were talking about in 2020, 2021 and all that with the virus. And like every single thing that you were passionately screaming about has turned out you were wrong because they told you bad information. It's like, dude, you can't seriously still be like, yeah, but on this one, they're probably legit. Oh my God. By the way, did you guys see that there's a new movie coming out? And the plot, Shane, thank you for the super chat. The plot is that the United States fakes the moon landing, that they fake the moon landing. It's like a big blockbuster Hollywood movie about them faking the moon landing because they need to capture it and make it really, you know, pizzazz and everything or whatever. Like I think in the movie, they really do go to the moon or something, but it is literally like the tell-all of what really happened, except they also add like, but we also went to the moon. We just didn't, you know, we didn't get that part on tape. We did it in a soundstage with Stanley Kubrick and then, you know, whatever. I'm not a Republican or a Democrat, but if I was betting man in Vegas, I would point to today's verdict being the thing that guaranteed Trump overwhelming victory in the election. See, again, I think it's going to lead to, I hope you're right, but I think it's going to lead Trump saved UFC from John McCain. I think it's going to lead to apathy. And then I think that, I don't know, dude. I think that they might have another like ace up their sleeve, dude. In terms of like who's counting votes, who's doing all that stuff. I don't know. I can't, maybe I'm, I don't know, maybe I'm black-pilled or whatever, but I just can't get myself to trust the process anymore. You know? I don't know if 55 is accurate, but this is definitely this is legit. If Theodore was in Scotland, he'd get slapped. No, he wouldn't, because he would never say any of the shit out loud. These guys are Twitter fingers, guys, dude. Under fake names, fake pictures. They, you know, they might actually go in public and in bars and be all, you fucking. I take back what I said. They probably would do that. Because they're so sure. They're so sure. They're so sure. Nate, dude, I'm saying, so do I. My real name is Jesse on Fire. Anyway, so this is the last thing I'm going to say. I think that we are going to see, oh, you were trolling me the whole time, you fucking genius. This is okay. This can only be a troll, right, guys? Like, there's no one with MMA and they're okay. You were trolling me. That's actually really funny. So I think that what we can expect is a deep fake of the big guy saying something racist. I would expect that very soon. And I expect dude, MVP Promotions hit, like, they fucking threw me up on Twitter and on X because of that thing that I said in my live stream about the historic nature of their Netflix deal, which is exactly what it was. Oh, hey, Theodore, you could tell me that Dana White is watching and I wouldn't listen to it because you are the least credible person in this fucking entire thing, Trayvon. Go find something to do, you fucking nerd. Anyway, so yeah, I think we're going to see a deep fake. I think that's next. And then I heard today that people are saying that they think that they're going to do some kind, like there'll be like some kind of like attack and they'll blame it on mad Trumpers or whatever. You know who's definitely not going to attack anything? Me. I will just be on here making fun of Trayvon. That's what I'll be doing. Do you guys have any idea how many? I don't even know who Red Bar is. You have any idea how many times I've seen Red Bar's investigating you? I'm like, okay. Good luck, dude. You're going to have a hard, I mean, I'm pretty open with my life. Anyway, all right, I got to jump. I love you guys. Bye-bye. Yes. Oh, wait. Brian Chumbler made this shirt, dude. I told him when Brian gave this to me, I told him, like, I'm not wearing it on the channel, dude. I'm like, it's not a political channel. I'm not going to do it. I can't wear, like, people can kind of think they know where I'm at, but I'm not wearing a Trump shirt on the channel ever. I can't do it, dude. But then today with Strickland fighting this weekend and then the verdict, and I'm like, Trump's going to walk in on site. It's like, fucking whatever. Here's the shirt, dude. Anyway, hey, Theodore, you wouldn't have pull with Red Bar if you lived next door to him. He would be like, hey, he's all, hey, Trayvon. He's all, oh, next weekend? Yeah, we can definitely do that. Close the door. He's tell his wife, he's all, Jesus, why didn't the fucking real estate agent tell us that there was this little fucking weasel pussy that could have constantly talked my ear off living next door? I would have bought a fucking house around the corner. Jesus. The guy needs a hobby. Red Bar doesn't know you and he doesn't like you, you fucking nerd. He'll investigate you and find out that you got a, never mind. That was going to be mean. All right. Love you guys. Bye.